There's a reason you clicked on this video. Something deep inside you knows you're not truly free. You can feel it, that quiet tension beneath your skin, like something's holding you back, but you can't explain what it is. You've achieved things, worked hard, stayed calm, yet something still feels off. You crave freedom, but it always seems to slip away the moment life demands your honesty. Why? Because most people are not prisoners of others, they're prisoners of peace. And in this video, you'll discover the 6 Stoic rules for true freedom, 6 ancient lessons that will show you why your fear of conflict is the invisible wall between you and your highest self. Freedom, a word so powerful yet so misunderstood. We chase it, talk about it, dream about it. But if we're being honest, most of us don't even know what true freedom feels like. Because even when no one's holding us down, something else is. Something invisible. Something we've learned to live with. It's not chains, it's not control, it's fear. Not the fear of failure or loss, but the fear of conflict. The quiet fear that keeps you from saying what you truly think. That makes you smile when you want to scream. That convinces you peace is more important than truth. You call it maturity. You call it keeping the peace. But deep down, you know, it's just avoidance. Seneca once said, "He who avoids conflict avoids growth." Because real peace isn't found in silence. It's found in the courage to face the noise. You've been told that conflict destroys peace. But what if I told you the truth is the exact opposite? That conflict is what reveals whether your peace was ever real in the first place. So stay till the very end, because in this video, I'll share 6 Stoic rules for true freedom. 6 truths that will show you why avoiding conflict keeps you trapped, and how facing it can make you untouchable. So before we begin, ask yourself this: am I truly at peace, or just afraid to disturb it? Comment your answer below, because I want you to be honest, not perfect. And if you're ready to discover the kind of peace that can't be broken, then stay. Don't scroll, because what you'll hear in this video might just change how you see freedom forever. Let's begin with the first Stoic rule.
Rule number 1. Conflict reveals your true self. When conflict appears, most people see it as a problem, something to fix, something to escape. But a Stoic sees it differently. They see conflict as a mirror, one that reflects everything you try to hide from yourself. When someone challenges you, criticizes you, or questions your beliefs, notice what happens inside. Your chest tightens, your ego flares up, you feel anger, fear, maybe even shame. But that reaction isn't about them, it's about you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Every conflict exposes the truth about what controls you, your emotions, your insecurities, your need to be liked. It forces you to confront whether you live by principle or by approval. When someone disrespects you, the question isn't, "How dare they?" The question is, "Why does this affect me so deeply? What wound inside me is being touched right now?" That's how the Stoic trains his awareness, by observing reactions like a mirror reflecting his inner world. Seneca wrote, "No man can be brave who considers pain the greatest evil, nor temperate who considers pleasure the highest good." Conflict brings both pain and discomfort. But through that tension, you discover your boundaries, your values, and your hidden fears. It strips away the polite mask you wear and shows you the person beneath, raw, unfiltered, real. Think about it. When was the last time you truly discovered something about yourself? It wasn't during a calm day or a friendly conversation. It was when someone tested you, when life forced you to stand for something. That's the moment your true self appears. Avoiding conflict might keep you comfortable, but it also keeps you blind. Because without seeing who you are and struggle, you'll never know your real strength. So the next time conflict finds you, don't rush to silence it. Pause, watch, listen. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to show me about me? This is how a Stoic grows, not by escaping conflict, but by allowing it to reveal the truth he's been avoiding. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I see myself clearly through conflict. Because every disagreement, every challenge, every discomfort isn't there to break you. It's there to show you who you really are.
Rule number 2. Conflict builds inner strength. Conflict hurts. It shakes your comfort, tests your patience, and forces you to face things you'd rather ignore. But here's the truth the Stoics knew. Pain isn't your enemy. Weakness is. And the only way to destroy weakness is to walk straight into what scares you. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show a person what they are." That's not just a quote, it's a challenge. Because when life hits you, when things don't go your way, when people oppose you, when your peace is disturbed, you get to see the truth. Are you strong enough to stand your ground, or do you collapse the moment pressure appears? Conflict is the training ground for strength. Just like a muscle grows through resistance, your character grows through challenge. Without friction, the soul stays soft. Think about a sword. It doesn't shine by avoiding the fire. It shines because of it. The heat, the hammer, the noise, that's what makes it unbreakable. You are no different. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold. Adversity tests brave men." Every conflict you face is a forge, a place where your patience, control, and self-respect are refined. But here's the mistake most people make. They see conflict as something to survive, not something to use. The Stoic doesn't run from discomfort. He asks, what is this moment training me for? When you start thinking like that, pain stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like preparation. The truth is, every argument, every rejection, every setback is an invitation to rise above yourself, to become calmer when others lose control, to stay grounded when others attack, to respond with reason when others react from ego. That's strength, that's power, that's freedom. Conflict doesn't weaken you, it strengthens the parts of you that peace never could. So next time life throws resistance your way, don't curse it. Don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this building inside me? Because, as Marcus Aurelius said, the obstacle is the way. Every challenge is secretly shaping you into something unshakable. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I grow stronger through every conflict. Because once you understand this truth, you'll never fear hard days again. You'll start to welcome them as the moments that make you unstoppable. Rule number 3. Conflict trains courage and self-command. Everyone wants to be brave, until the moment courage is actually required. We imagine courage as something grand, a soldier on the battlefield, a hero saving lives. But real courage lives in quieter moments. It's the silence before you speak your truth. It's the trembling voice that says, "No, I won't let this slide." It's standing your ground when your heart is screaming to walk away. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." That's what courage truly is. Self-command in the face of fear. You can't be free if fear controls you. And nothing exposes your fear faster than conflict. When someone disrespects you, when people disagree with you, when your opinion isn't welcomed, your instinct is to shrink, to stay quiet, to keep the peace. But peace that costs your voice isn't peace, it's surrender. Conflict is life's way of asking, how much of yourself are you willing to protect? Every time you choose to stay silent when you should speak, you teach your mind that comfort matters more than self-respect. And each time you stand up, even when your voice shakes, you remind yourself that freedom isn't given, it's claimed. Seneca once said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." That's what Stoicism is about, not pretending to feel no fear, but choosing to act despite it. When you face conflict head-on, something shifts inside you. You realize the fear you ran from was never as powerful as you thought. You realize that your calm under pressure, your control over your own reactions, is the real strength people notice and respect. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, if it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. That's courage in motion. Not dramatic, not loud, just steady. Courage is built in the moments no one sees, when you choose truth over approval, integrity over avoidance, and self-respect over avoidance. Conflict doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to teach you how strong your spirit really is. So the next time you face a situation that makes you afraid to speak or stand up, remember this: fear is temporary, but the regret of silence lasts forever. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I train my courage through conflict, because every time you face discomfort with strength and calm, you take one more step toward becoming unshakable, not just by the world around you, but by your own fears within.
Rule number 4. Conflict teaches acceptance of uncertainty. One of the deepest fears hidden behind conflict is the fear of the unknown. You don't fear the argument, you fear where it might lead. You don't fear saying no, you fear what might happen after. It's not the moment itself that scares you, it's the uncertainty that follows. We crave control. We want peace, predictability, safety. But the Stoics understood life was never designed to give us those things. It was designed to test what we do without them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" That's the essence of amor fati, the love of fate. Not tolerating chaos, but embracing it. Not running from uncertainty, but seeing it as a teacher. Because conflict doesn't just bring discomfort, it brings unknowns. Will they understand me? Will I lose them? Will things change? But that's the point. Freedom isn't found in controlling outcomes. It's found in trusting yourself enough to face them. Think about it. Every time you avoided conflict just to keep things stable, did it really bring peace? Or did it just delay the inevitable, leaving you anxious and restless inside? The Stoics knew control is an illusion. You can't control people or outcomes or even how others see you. The only thing you can control is your response. Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control and some things are not." Once you truly understand that, you stop being afraid of uncertainty because you realize it was never the situation that scared you, it was your need to control it. Conflict trains you to release that need, to step into the unknown with steady breath, calm heart, and trust in your own strength. Imagine walking through chaos, yet feeling untouchable inside. That's what Stoic freedom feels like. Not the absence of storms, but the calmness within them. So when conflict arrives and the outcome feels uncertain, remind yourself, I don't need to know how it ends. I just need to stay true while it unfolds. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I trust the unknown. I embrace uncertainty. Because the moment you stop fighting what you can't control,
life stops controlling you. And that's when true freedom begins.
Rule number 5. Conflict builds emotional resilience. Conflict doesn't just test your beliefs, it tests your emotions. The anger that rises, the hurt that burns, the fear that twists inside your chest. All of it comes rushing to the surface the moment tension enters the room. And what most people do in that moment is run. Not always physically, but emotionally. They shut down, they overreact, they let the storm take over. But a Stoic doesn't run. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's emotional resilience. It's not pretending you don't feel anything, it's mastering what you feel so it doesn't master you. Conflict is the perfect arena for that mastery. Because every argument, every rejection, every misunderstanding gives you the chance to train your response. Each moment you stay calm instead of exploding, you strengthen your grip on yourself. Each time you pause before reacting, you build the foundation of peace that no one can take from you. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." How much of your life has been wasted being angry over what you can't control, over words you couldn't take back, over emotions that made you act against your own peace? Conflict teaches you where your emotions still own you. It exposes the cracks in your calm so you can seal them with awareness. The Stoics never tried to eliminate emotion. They aimed to understand it, to see its roots, its patterns, its triggers, until they could meet it with reason. That's why true strength isn't built in the gym or the battlefield. It's built in moments of stillness, when your mind wants to explode, but your soul chooses silence. Emotional resilience doesn't mean you stop feeling pain. It means pain no longer controls how you live. It's the ability to say, "Yes, this hurts. Yes, I'm disappointed, but I will not be broken by this." Because once you learn to master your emotions in conflict, no one can take your peace again. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I master myself through every challenge. Because freedom isn't just about doing whatever you want. It's about remaining calm, clear, and powerful no matter what happens. That's the kind of freedom Stoicism builds. A freedom that no chaos can touch.
Rule number 6. Conflict creates authentic connection. Most people believe avoiding conflict keeps relationships peaceful. But if you've ever done that, you already know the truth. Avoiding conflict doesn't protect peace, it destroys honesty. Because every time you stay silent to keep things calm, you build distance between who you are and who they think you are. And one day, that distance becomes too wide to cross. The Stoics understood there can be no genuine connection without truth, and truth often demands conflict. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." It sounds harsh, but what he meant was this: if you live for approval, you'll never live authentically. If you always try to please, you'll never be known for who you really are. Conflict isn't always an attack. Sometimes it's a doorway, a chance to understand and be understood. It's a test of honesty, respect, and emotional maturity. Think about your closest relationships. Were they built through pretending or through the uncomfortable moments where you both finally said what needed to be said? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." That's Stoic connection, honest but compassionate. You don't hide behind fake harmony. You communicate, even when it's difficult, because that's how trust is built. Conflict handled with awareness becomes a bridge, not a wall. It allows you to reveal your true self, your boundaries, your values, your needs. And when others meet you there, something powerful happens. Respect grows, understanding deepens, love becomes real. Because love that can't survive conflict isn't love, it's illusion. Avoiding tension might make things quiet, but it also keeps them shallow. Conflict, when faced with calm and truth, gives relationships depth, the kind that can weather storms. So the next time you find yourself holding back just to avoid friction, remember, you're not protecting peace, you're postponing honesty. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I create real peace through honest conflict. Because real freedom isn't just living without fear, it's loving without pretending. And only through truth, even uncomfortable truth, can two souls truly meet.
The Stoic way to true freedom. So now you've seen it. The truth most people spend their whole lives running from. Conflict isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. It reveals your true self. It builds your strength. It trains your courage. It teaches you to embrace uncertainty. It shapes your emotional resilience. And it purifies your relationships through honesty. These aren't just rules. They're the 6 pillars of Stoic freedom, the kind of freedom no one can give you and no one can take away. Most people believe freedom means having no restrictions, no friction, no confrontation. But the Stoics knew, true freedom isn't about avoiding life's storms. It's about learning how to stand still inside them. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's what freedom really is, not escaping conflict, but mastering yourself within it. Not chasing peace, but becoming the source of it. Because once you stop fearing conflict, you stop fearing life itself. You begin to see that every challenge, every disagreement, every uncomfortable truth is a chance to become stronger, wiser, calmer, freer. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." That's what conflict does. It polishes your soul. It takes everything false, fragile, and fearful, and replaces it with clarity, calm, and confidence. So the next time conflict finds you, don't run, don't hide. Face it with awareness, with patience, and with strength. Because that's the moment you stop being controlled by fear and start living as the master of yourself. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I choose freedom by embracing conflict. Because in the end, peace without truth is just silence. And silence without courage is just fear. But peace born through truth, courage, and self-control, that's the kind of peace that lasts forever. That's Stoic freedom. If this landed with you, do 3 things that matter. Like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and leave your affirmation below. Subscribe to Behind Mind's Secret for more unapologetic Stoic truth. New lessons every week.